Breakfast time, Gromit!
Another perfect landing. Your turn to make breakfast, Gromit. Eggs, I think. And toast with honey today. Step to it, lad. I'm famished. Honey piped directly from the source. Everyone in town will want their own honey tap when word gets out. Honey? How sweet of you, Gromit. But where are the eggs and toast? Yo! Et tu, Gromit?
Well, what did the postman bring us then? Any orders? Hand it over, lad.
Did you find those dog tags I bought you, Gromit? Did you bring the mail, Gromit? Oh, no. Final demand? I don't know. There's payment due now. And a disconnection? Nothing but bills, Gromit. I can't look at these before I have my breakfast. If we don't find some steady customers soon, I don't know how we'll make ends meet. Oh, all right then. I'll open one, but just the one. Seems your subscription to Marrow Growers Monthly is up for renewal. Don't suppose you'd consider cancelling? Thought not. Oh, better pay up then. Now, where did I put my pen? Ah, yes. The living room's out of bounds for now, Gromit. Had to use it for storage. Only temporary, mind. We'll need those crates once the orders start pouring in.
Hi, old Wallace. Buddy here. Sorry to leave a message, but it's about that incident in my shop. That blinking mechanical mouse of yours has put me in a right pickle. It may be a Sniffer 3000 with advanced cheese tracking capabilities, but it chewed through all me fancy tail and me red lister too. Now, I know we've always been on good terms, but this morning I find myself not inconsiderably discombobulated, and I can't let it happen again, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say that with the deepest regret, and following police advice, you and your blinking contraptions are banned from my establishment until further notice.
Wallace, old chap, Crumb here, Major Crumb. Word in your shell like, can't say where it came from, mum's the word, but I'm getting intelligence of unusual airborne activity in your sector. Can't say more than that. Walls have ears, don't you know? But if you take my advice, you look to the heavens and take cover. Going to get pretty sticky is my guess. Terror from the skies. Death and destruction raining down. That sort of thing. Just make sure you and your men stay indoors. Over and out.
This is a recorded message for Mr. Wallace of 62 West Wallaby Street from Police Constable Dibbins. That's Delta Indigo Bravo Bravo Indigo November Sierra. Regarding the prototype sniffer 3000 patent pending that was taken into custody at 15:30 hours yesterday afternoon following a disturbance at Mr. Panier's General Stores and Quickie Mart. The aforesaid invention will remain in my custody until such time as you, the registered keeper, are able to demonstrate that it no longer poses a threat to public order. In the meantime, I should warn you, it's already nabbed the cheese sandwiches what Mrs. Dibbins put in my lunchbox, and I've a mind to have the picking thing to scrap. Good morning.
Still no breakfast? I'm beginning to suspect foul play. Done to a turn. My compliments to the chef. But I'm still one egg short of a breakfast. I suppose I should at least pay the wool bill. Hey! That dog is getting a little too independent, if you ask me. Any news on the breakfast front, Gromit? Cracking eggs, Chuck. Now that's what I'd call a breakfast feast. Wasn't so difficult, was it, lad? With a hearty plate of eggs and toast under me belt, I'm ready to take on the world. Gromit, I've a strange feeling this is the day our fortunes are going to change.
Morning, Wallace. May I have a word?
If it's about yesterday's little mishap,
Oh, no, you see...
I can assure you it was an accident, Mr. Pinnear, and I'll certainly pay for the damage to your grocery shop. I was just putting the Sniffer 3000 through its paces. It's still only a prototype, you know.
Oh, I realize that, Mr. Wallace.
And what better place to test out a cheese detector than in a shop with such an excellent selection of cheeses?
Happen. But you'll still have to pay for the damage, I'm afraid.
Yes, of course. I'll put it all right. Though funds are, how can I put this, a little tight at the moment. Only until our new business is up and running.
Aye, well, that's what I'm here to talk about. I understand you and Gromit are in the honey business now.
Fresh deliveries daily, from bee to you.
Ah, well, perhaps I can help you get on your feet. I'm having my annual sounding of the Crumpets Festival, and I'm clean out of honey. Can you deliver 50 gallons?
50 gallons?
By tonight?
Tonight?
It'll more than cancel your debt, and it'll be good advertising for you. What do you say?
I say... yes! We're in business, lad! Heads up, no time for slacking. From B to U has landed its first major order. 50 gallons of honey by tomorrow. I want this place to be a hive of activity. It's your chance to show the world what sort of workers you are. They're certainly buzzing with excitement. Or maybe they're hungry. Did you remember to feed them this morning, Gromit? Never mind, lad. I'll do it. Nothing like an inspirational poster to boost worker productivity. For some reason, my boys aren't terribly fond of this one. Flowers, the perfect meal for a hungry hive. The remote control for my Sniffer 3000. Too bad about the teething problems. Still, this might come in handy. Bees love my motivational posters. My workers are very devoted to their queen. Bon appetit. Oh! Not exactly a flood, is it? Flowers, Gromit. That's the weak link in our production chain. We need more flowers. can I find a whole lot of flowers in a hurry? So that's where the dog tags went. I'm sure Gromit will be glad to get them back. The living room door's stuck. Oh, right. It's a storage room now. Last night's bedtime snack. Gorgonzola makes a nice change from Wensleydale. That's the racket Gromit used when he took the cup at the Brambleton Open, Canine Division. Time for a nap. Oh, no, better not. Oh? Trap door. Phew, that'll put me right to sleep. This call box has been a boon for Gromit. No matter where he is in the house, he's never far from his master's voice. I might find the answer to my problems here, but searching through these books would take me all day. I must be up already. Gromit loves his call box. Silicon flowers. Can't feed those to my bees. They demand the organic variety. What's that? That looks like the flyer I picked up in the hall. Why would Gromit throw away an important piece of correspondence like that? Lovely. Me porridge gun. Could prove fatal if it fell into inexperienced hands. Oops. That was a grand fishing trip, Gromit, until that giant squid turned up. The well's run dry. An important message from Rex Armstrong, bodybuilder extraordinaire. I'd better hang on to it if it's so important.
Beautiful morning, Mr. Wallace. I'm pleased to see you've emerged from your subterranean lair.
Been doing a spot of gardening, have you, Miss Flit?
Working my green fingers to the bone. But the hard work appears to be paying off.
Indeed it does.
Blooms everywhere. I call it my purple paradise.
It certainly looks delicious. I mean, I imagine it would look delicious if you were an insect.
You mean if I were a bee?
Well, now you mention it,
You want to feed my flowers to your bees?
that is, if you don't mind,
How many would you like?
as many as you can spare.
Oh, you can have all you want, Mr. Wallace.
Oh, much obliged, Miss Flit.
Here, you can jolly well grow your own.
Righto.
There now, with hard work and a little luck, you should have a nice bed of flowers in 2 or 3 months.
I can't wait 2 or 3 months. I've got a deadline. This evening.
Oh, you poor simple man. Nothing grows that quickly.
I wonder. Rex Armstrong's quick grow muscle formula. Watch them sprout in seconds. If it works on people, perhaps I could adapt it to work on flowers. 3 miracle ingredients. Grow Team, Energize, Strongium. Well, I need a miracle, and fast. Shouldn't be too tricky to knock up a batch myself. Then we'll see who's got the grandest garden in West Wallaby Street. The hive will be humming in no time.
Caught you! Can't take an old soldier by surprise.
Morning, Major Crumb.
It is, if you don't mind enemy invasions.
I beg your pardon.
Didn't you get my message? Received intelligence of a major air assault. Expect the sirens to sound any minute. Hope you know where your nearest air raid shelter is.
I do recall something about that, but Major Crumb, are you sure you're not mistaken?
I know. I've made predictions before, but I'm not crying wolf. This time, I've got proof.
A jar?
It's what's inside the jar that counts. Incontrovertible evidence that the enemy is on the move.
Does it? I can only see a snail.
Of course it's a snail. But what's she trying to tell us? That's the important thing.
What is she trying to tell us?
Look at her, man. She's retreated into her shell in the middle of the day. And that means only one thing. It means she knows trouble is about to strike from the heavens. Law of nature, Wallace. Learned it in France during the war. Never wrong yet. Good man, Wallace. I see you at least appreciate the seriousness of the situation. Now, spread the word. If people don't believe what an old soldier has to say, perhaps they'll listen to the snail.
Ah, Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace, I've got something for you.
Much obliged. Just bear with me for a moment, Mr. Pannier. Major Crumb wanted me to show you this.
That's a snail, Mr. Wallace.
I know.
Why are you showing me a snail?
Well, it's in its shell, you see, and according to Major Crumb, when a snail goes into its shell during the day, it means we can expect untold airborne activity of an unpleasant nature.
Go home, Wallace, and get some rest. Reckon you've been overdoing the inventing.
That looks like... Can it really be cheese?
Indeed it is, Wallace. Wensleydale, your favourite?
Am I to take it that these are...
Yes, 3 samples. Go on, duck in.
Don't mind if I do, Mr. Paneer. 1 for now, and 1 for later.
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Pity it's closed. Oh, I could murder a sausage roll or 2. Now that's a fine-looking postbox. It would make a good chassis for my honey-powered vacuumatic, but that's tomorrow's project. Wonder if the landlord would be interested in subscribing to my honey service. No sense in looking for new orders when I haven't fulfilled the first.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
I'll leave that where it is.
So, Wallace, in the honey business now, I hear.
Oh, you've heard the buzz, have you?
Oh, indeed I have. It's all over town.
It'll never get off the ground. Stupid idea, if you ask me.
And nobody did.
Couldn't get honey out of a honey jar, that one.
Excuse my husband. He's a right misery gut sometimes.
So, might you be interested in signing up for my honey deliveries, Mrs. Gabberley? Fresh daily.
Oh, I should say so. I'm partial to a spot of honey for my tea.
Waste of money. We'll never see honey for tea, or breakfast for that matter.
Oh, shut up, you. Wallace knows what he's doing. He's got a head for business.
Is that a head? I took it for a parsnip.
Pay him no mind.
If you'd like to sample my honey, Mrs. Gabberley, there'll be a free tasting tonight at Mr. Paneer's Tea and Crumpet Festival.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'll have to pop by.
I wouldn't bother. He'll never make the delivery.
Your husband seems a trifle miffed.
Don't fret, Pat. He's always miffed about summit. Chin up, Chuck. I'm sure it'll all work out. When will you be bringing the honey to Mr. Paneer's?
Soon. I still have 1 or 2 technical difficulties to sort out, but I think I'm on the right path.
Ha! The path to oblivion, most likely.
You be quiet! Ta-ra! Bye then!
Well, if it isn't Wallace. I had a notion you'd be nosing round the police station this morning.
Oh, there's Miss Sniffer 3000, banged up like a common criminal. It breaks my heart. That cheese detector's not a bad machine, just a bit overkeen. It's all the energides in its system. Energides? It seems to me, yes. Energides is one of the ingredients in Rex Armstrong's quick-grow muscle formula. I used my last Energide battery to fuel the sniffer. I'll have to get it back if I want to finish the formula. Oops. missed. Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out. That mattress looks awfully hard. Just as well the Sniffer 3000 goes into sleep mode automatically. The Sniffer's just trying to get to the cheese, but the machine sounds like it's crying. Oh, almost brings a tear to my eye just watching. I've got to get my Sniffer 3000 out of jail, and my Energides out of the Sniffer. Morning, Constable Dibbins.
You're off to an early start today. Not planning any more visits to the shops, are you?
Oh, no. Yesterday was a one-off. I'm in town on business.
Is that so? Here on business, you say, Wallace? What line are you in these days?
Honey, Constable Dibbins, from B to U, piped fresh to your home or workplace daily. Do you have a sweet tooth, Constable?
Well, I have been known to dollop it on a crumpet now and again.
Then perhaps you'd like to subscribe.
I only procure my honey from reputable sources.
You can rely on From B to U for your honey needs, Constable. As our motto says, all the sweet and none of the sting.
So long as it's nothing like your Sniffer 3000 cheese detecting device.
Put your mind at ease, Constable. All our bees are bonded and insured.
Not killer bees from abroad, are they?
Certainly not. They're West Wallaby Street born and bred.
That's somewhat, I suppose.
Mr. Pannier will unveil my honey at tonight's Festival of Crumpets.
Is that so? Well, if Mr. Panier's prepared to take a chance on you, I suppose I can too.
So, can I sign you up for my honey service, Constable Dibbins?
I'll pop over to Mr. Panier's and have a taste, if I like it. And there's no undesirable side effects. We'll see.
May I show you something, Constable Dibbins?
Is it important?
It might be.
That's a snail, Wallace.
Do you notice anything peculiar about it?
Only the person what's holding it.
Must be awfully hot under that helmet, I reckon. A sunny day like today.
It's a trifle sweltering, yes. But danger and discomfort are all in the line of duty for an officer of the law, though most folk don't appreciate it.
Do you know anything about snails, Mrs. Gabberley?
I know they eat them in continental parts.
Well, yes, but do you think there's anything special about this one?
To be honest, I couldn't rightly tell.
Let me see. Roll. Not so...